Hey everyone. Okay, today we're going to talk about one of my new favorite websites called Padlet. Padlet is great for visual examples and honestly to keep you organized as a teacher while you're in doing your lecturing or keeping you on task for what you're working on. I've used it in a few trainings that I've done from the Lunch and Learn, and I'll show you that real quick. So it was just a real basic one. I just threw up for the teachers, just the three main areas I was talking about with some bullet points. And that just kept me on track, as well as letting the learners know, the teachers know of what all is going to cover. And so they can kind of just like keep track because some of our teachers, that students for that matter, I've had students in my classrooms that are just like, I just want to know what she's about to talk about. I don't want to be anxious about it. And that just kind of helps keep me on track and then kind of knowing like what's being taught here soon. And so that's one way. We did one with the extend your laptop's battery, had all like the little like snippet of the readings. I've done a PD where I've used it. This is actually one of my favorites because there's so much information to talk about each and every single one of those sites where it has a picture, has a little summary, and you can even add multiple things like this has video links in it. It has YouTube. It has articles that they can go back and read through, images. So you can just have tons of information like this one or real basic like my Lunch and Learn. And this one just keeps going. I mean, I even put like my own videos in there to kind of help. So there's tons of ways you can use Padlet. Okay, that's the beauty of it. It's just real creative or real simple, or you can go real depth and into what you're doing. So I just kind of want to show you a few things, and then I'm going to show you how to get things set up on your Make a Padlet. So there is for us who are like, I have no idea how I want to make one. This is like another thing, Katie. You said you were going to keep it simple. I promise this is simple. Okay. And your challenge on this is very simple. So hang with me as I talk, and then your challenge this week will be super simple. Okay. So you can easily make your own palette, and we're going to talk about that. You just kind of click on the button here. They have tons of templates for you. Okay, so you can choose like the wall, a stream that's up and down, a grid, the shelf. I use a lot of the shelves in the walls. You can use a map. So if you're like in geography, or if you're doing like, literature around the world, maybe like Cinderella's around the world. That's a great one, by the way. Or Christmas around the world, you can put maps and then put the images of like the books or the flags. Lots of different things there. Canvas, kind of like have that circle of how it all starts, maybe cause and effect even. Timelines are also really great. Obviously, you can use timelines in pretty much anything. But it's also just a different way of showing it besides pulling out the Google Slides. Okay, I love Google Slides. I'm a very visual learner, but this kind of just gives it a little differentiation. It kind of just gets that structure so you know where you're going and when, and it also has that visual appeal to it with content. Okay, it's not just a picture. You can add, like I said, images, articles, add links in there, all sorts of things all on one page right there. So that's a great way to get started. We're going to dig more in there in just a minute. I also want to show you right here the gallery. Okay, this is where it's really fun. Have you ever had those days where you're like, I got nothing? I have no idea. I need to use a Padlet. Katie's making me do something, and I've got nothing. Right here, they have a gallery to get your creative juices flowing. And this is just a fun way to do it. I love this idea. It's happy birthday. Okay. How many times have we tried to think of like something really creative to do, especially with our older kids that were like, I love singing happy birthday. I love how like some grades they pray over their birthday kid. And I think that is amazing. And don't ever stop that, by the way. But this is another fun way. This could be like a morning work, even of like, hey, it's John's birthday. Wish him happy birthday on the Padlet. And everyone can just get on there, and I'll show you how to find the GIF and stuff like that, or GIF, whichever way you say it. And they can just, send a little happy birthday. I mean, that's adorable. There's just so many great little things. So you can just have that up there for an easy birthday. Happy birthday for that. Can also do it for staff too, by the way. Hint, hint, February 8th right here. This is one of my favorites. Okay. I don't know if I'd give this to the kids, but this would be really fun for like a fun, just like coworker activity. Honestly, you could do this at Beth. I thought about you and Andrew with this as well. Any music. It's a timeline of Grammy songs. How awesome awesome is this? So you have, and I'll show you in a minute how you can have Spotify as one of your activities on here. So it has like from 2010 to 2019, and they can literally just start playing the music. Like seriously, so they could like have a whole thing about like decades through the music. They could write about it. They can, you see the thumbs up, thumbs down. I mean, they can even vote on their music. Could be movies, drama. You could do plays, all sorts of things. Books. You could have like a little synopsis of books there. So I thought that was really fun and creative. But I love music too, so that's really awesome. So all great ideas here from the gallery. So check that out. But let's get back into how to make the Padlet. So I'm going to just go ahead and start with the wall. Okay, I use a lot of the wall, kind of plain that way, but it's pretty fun. So you can, they give you like a random title, My Dazzling Padlet. Obviously, you can change that to whatever you want. Made with eyes on the prize. That's pretty fun. We're going to leave that alone, but that's where you would put the description like of what your palette's about. Okay. And then this is where the link is for your students, coworkers, whoever you're wanting to share the Padlet with, Google Classroom. Okay. Then it comes to appearance. If you're like, I am not loving these leaves over here, what's up with that? You can choose any type of background. You have patterns, you have things like this. So let's kind of just choose. I think that's kind of fun. Ooh, maybe not. I'm trying, y'all. I may be too picky. Okay. This is going to take some time. I'm a big color person. So let's see. Let me try and pick. Okay, after much dispute, I finally went with just the cork. So very plain today, but that's okay. But there's tons of different pictures and images you can use for the back. You can even add your own wallpaper. So if you wanted to find something that worked for your style, go right ahead on that. So I finally got my color. I can use the color scheme of like the light mode or the dark mode. I'm gonna stick with the light mode. You can change your font to something that you think will be great for you. And then down here in the posting, you can display the author name above each post. So if you're having like coworkers or students, more than one person going into the Padlet, you probably want to click that on so people will know who wrote the little snippet there. You can decide which order they're going to go to. Like, is the first one going to be first, or will that be bumped to the end? Like, how are you going to have that? Comments, are you going to allow people to comment on your Padlet? So if you have this in the class or something like that, do you want people to comment on that, or just have it there for visual? Reactions, do you want them to give you like thumbs up, a like, stars, grade it? I mean, so it's whatever. We'll just do some little hearts here, that's fine. And then down here is the content filtering. So you as a teacher can decide, do you want to approve all posts on the Padlet before they're actually posted on the Padlet? And in some classes, you're like, absolutely. I would never let them just free range it. That's your choice. Filter profanity. Probably not a bad one to always switch, just accidents happen, I guess, but we, always want to be safe. So once we've filled in all the things that we want to do on the Padlet, we do that and we can start posting. So we got a little plus sign and we can put down maybe like favorite book. And so with that, you can upload a document. So maybe your students have written a Google Doc and they're going to go ahead and attach that. Maybe there's a photo that they want to put, and maybe they've uploaded that from somewhere. Maybe there's a link to like a Flipgrid or an article or a website with their favorite book. An image search. So let's click on that one. So this one has a bunch of different ones that they can search. The images, the GIFs, a YouTube video. There's that Spotify we talked about with the Grammy one, or even just on the web. So you can just look through all those right there. So if we want to put like, oh gosh. So one of my favorite books, y'all, is called Buffalo Gal by Bill Wallace. I read it every year. And that's not the right person, but it looks like that. So you could like put in Buffalo Gal and you can get that image link and it's right here. Okay. And that's a really great picture. And then you can put like the summary of the book and you can change the background. So maybe I wanted it like green to kind of go with that. And we'll put awesome and we can publish it. And so that way there's an image of the book. There's where what the book was called. I could add a summary to what I read about the book. I have it open where people can like it, where they can add a comment and so forth. If I needed to go back and edit it, maybe that was like, oh, I'm not ready yet. You can edit it. You can copy it. Whatever you want to do there. You can change the color even, all those things. And it just keeps on going. It's just an ongoing like list of a cork board, just like a big old bulletin board for you. So that's that on there. I know that was really quick. Okay. There's a lot of really interesting things on Padlet that you can do, from math to communication to, like I said, like birthdays, all sorts of things. There is a paid version and there is a free version. I have the free version. You can have just a few, like about 4 or 5 Padlets up live at a time, before they're like, oh, you have too many. You need to either pay or archive some. And all you have to do with that is you just go here and you archive it and it goes into your archived folder. So if you don't have them live and going, you can have as many as you want, just keep them archived and then just pull them out when your class is using them. But if you see that you're using a lot of the Padlets in your class and for instruction, you may want to upgrade. It's about $10 a month, for having unlimited Padlets. So just the choice is yours. Okay. I know that was a whole bunch of information and I'm trying to like really ring it in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to post a Padlet and it's going to be in Google Classroom. It's going to be linked in there. And all you have to do is comment on the Padlet. Comment on the Padlet. That's it. Okay. You don't have to make me a Padlet. You don't have to do anything like that. I want you to make a comment and then that's all you have to do. Okay. Now, if you want to make a Padlet and you want to try it out, let me know how that goes. I would love to know how you're using that. If you already use Padlets, okay, because it's been out for quite some time. If you already use them, I would love to learn what you're doing and how you're doing them in your classroom because I do think that it's a really neat resource that's unique. I don't think a lot of kids are seeing that in the classroom. So I'd love to know how you're using that. So, all right, I'm going to wrap this up. Again, just all you have to do is comment on my Padlet that I have for you. All right, you guys have a great day and we'll see you later.